Hey everybody, welcome back to my Pink Room of Doom. As always, I hope you're doing well today. And in this video, we're gonna be taking a look at the Boss Katana Mini. Before we get into the video, if you're not subscribed, please make sure you go down there and click that big red subscribe button. That really helps out a lot. Make sure you like the video and also click the bell notification to be notified when all of my videos go live. And if you're interested in supporting me in any other way besides subscribing, make sure you check the links in the description of this video for my Teespring and my Redbubble store. There you can go buy stickers, hats, shirts, all kinds of merch. That really helps out a lot. With that out of the way, my arm's getting tired. Let's talk about the Boss Katana Mini. So I'm gonna go ahead and address this part right off the bat. You can tell that this one is white, it's not black. Generally, you're gonna find these things in black. I didn't know they made them in white. I just thought that the white looked cool, and my Katana 50 is black, so I figured go ahead and get a white Mini. So sticking with the front of the amp, you can see it says Boss here, little Katana logo there, and then the front grill cover here, it feels like plastic. It could be like some kind of soft metal, but I'm gonna go with plastic. Either way, it feels quality. It looks really nice, so I don't really care what it's made out of. Just talking about the casing on this thing, it's made of plastic, but don't let that fool you with it being a Boss product. It's gonna be very durable. Flipping over to the back of the amp here, you can see that it is a battery powered amp. It takes 6 AA batteries. Now, if you buy this thing brand new, like I did, you will get the 6 AA batteries required for this, and you can play it straight out of the box. If you opt to not use batteries, good news for you, it takes a power supply. And this is just your standard 9-volt power supply. Unlike the Black Star Fly 3 that I did a video on a little while ago, you don't have to buy your own independent power supply for this amp. Then over here you have these little 2 jacks right here. This one is an aux in, so you can plug in your phone or your MP3 player, use this as a speaker, or jam along to your favorite tracks. And then this jack here is a headphone jack / recording out jack. So you can plug your headphones in for some silent practice, or if you want to get some silent recording, you can plug in a cable there, plug it into your DAW, and get some nice sounds on the go. One interesting thing about this is too, under here, it says cabinet voiced. So to me, that says you can just plug this thing straight in, dial in your tone, you don't have to load an IR, and you should get some really good sounds out of this if you're plugging it straight into your system. Let's talk about the top of the amp, because that's where all the action is. You can see it's got this nice convenient handle here for easy transportation. It is bolted securely to the body, so it's not going anywhere. And there's also a lot of knob action going on. So let's take a look at each individual knob and what they do. So you have your input jack where you plug in your guitar, you have a gain knob, a volume knob, and then right in between that you have this little switch here where you can go between the clean, crunch, and brown sound, which is the high distortion sound. Something about this that I like over the Fly is that you have a 3-band EQ. So you have an individual bass knob, middle knob, and treble knob. That makes dialing in tones so much more versatile on the Boss Katana Mini. But just like the Fly, this has a built-in delay. So for the delay, you have a time knob and a level knob. So the time knob being how long the delay is, right? And then the level knob is how much delay is in your tone. And then over here on the far end is your power switch. So as you can see, it's a pretty versatile little amplifier. Now, it's got all the bells and whistles. It looks really cool. You can transport it easily. It runs on batteries, but how does it sound? All right, so here we are with the Boss Katana Mini mic'd up with the SM57. I'm gonna try to run through all of these tones and get through all these points kind of as quick as I can. Gonna give you guys just some basic strumming chords here. We got a lot to talk about. So we're gonna go ahead and start on the clean channel. As you can see, everything is kind of nooned out here. So we got the gain at noon, all the EQ at noon, no delay. The volume's at about a 2 or a 3. All right, sounds really cool. Let's go to the crunch sound, keeping everything the way it was before. Sounds really nice, not too clean, not too dirty, the perfect balance. Let's go ahead and go to the brown sound, which is our high gain channel. So a little progression there just showed, you know, basic chords, some higher chords, and then some chords utilizing them in drop D, so the lower strings, just so you get a full glimpse of all of the frequencies you can get out of the Boss Katana Mini. It's actually really impressive. So let's go ahead and fiddle with the delay a little bit. Again, you have the time and the level. Let's go ahead and just put it, let's put the level kind of high just so we can kind of over dramatize it. Maybe put the time up a little more than that, just so we can get a glimpse at the delay here. Let's go ahead and put it on the clean channel, which it already is. Again, just strumming some basic chords. Very impressive delay for a tiny little amp. Really, really like that. I find it really useful. Now, a little trick you can do with the delay in this, is some people may know this, but in case you don't, if you take the level and put it all the way up, and take the time and go all the way down, you can actually get a reverb effect. So it sounds like this. So you can hear that. It's kind of like a really, really short delay. Really, really useful. I like it. So now we're gonna go ahead and fiddle with the equalizer a little bit. I'm gonna do something a little different because I think it'll kind of show off the tonal ranges of this little tiny amp. I'm gonna dial out each of these frequencies here. So I'm gonna go ahead and, like, for example, take out all of the bass, just so you can hear what it sounds like, no bass, and just hear how powerful this equalizer is. Here it's very, very thin, so it does a really good job of dialing out all of the bass. Same thing with the middle. Very top heavy, very low end heavy, obviously no mids, so that's pretty cool too. Let's go ahead and dial out all of the treble and hear what it sounds like with no high end. So you can hear there's no high end, and then dial it back to noon. There you go. So now let's go ahead and mess with the equalizer with the distortion. We're just gonna go straight to the brown sound. Let's get some kind of like scooped sounds. Let's do that. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and get like a more mid-focused sound. Keep the treble kind of where it's at. Dial out some of the bass. See what that sounds like. Sounds pretty nice to me. So you can see that the equalizer is very, very useful on this. I don't know why I'm calling it the equalizer, the EQ. The EQ is very, very useful on this. Pretty much any sound you could possibly look for, any kind of tonal range you're trying to achieve, you can do it with this. So just for fun, let's go ahead and dial in all the gain and see what kind of sounds we can get. Not bad if you ask me. I actually really like that. It's not very practical to have all the gain. You really don't need all of it. You could probably put it at about like a 7 or an 8 and be fine. But overall, I think this amp is really, really nice, really, really versatile. And for $109, you just can't go wrong.